So good morning, folks. In fact, what I'm going to do is turn the camera because nobody wants to see my ugly mug. Let's face it. And
I think you should take a vote on that.
Nobody wants to see that, especially this early in the morning. Come on. But also, the joking aside, the video broke up a bit on yours, Mr. V. So I know it on Zoom struggles sometimes. So let's kill that and concentrate on the screen. So yes, folks, I wanted to share with you this new software tool, which I got made aware of about a week ago. So breaking news. And I know many of you might have tried things like Clickfunnels. Generally what we find with this business that we're in is you end up with what we call a technology stack, in that you've got lots of different tools. You've got Clickfunnels, which is really good at making sales funnel stuff. You might have a page builder. You might be using something like lead pages. You've got another tool for your email list and managing your email list. You've got another tool for delivering online courses, something like Kajabi perhaps, which is what we use at Internet Business School. So there is a whole set of tools that we are using in internet marketing. And someone took me off about this tool and said, this thing's actually really quite good. I've not heard of it before, but it seems to do everything in one place and it seems to work. And some of you might know there was a tool last year that came out, which was Funnels, which we started using, and it had a fantastic delivery schedule for all the bells and whistles they were going to be adding. But if any of you have been kind of keeping up with that, they've not quite hit the deadlines with where they were expecting to be. And some of the functionality's not quite worked as smoothly as we would have liked. So I'm always on the lookout for new tools and technologies and things that we can do. So let me introduce you this new tool. Now, the best thing about this new tool of all, firstly, is it's dirt cheap, but even better than dirt cheap, it's actually free until you start making money. I mean, how good is that? So this tool lets you build your first membership site for free. It lets you have your first 1,000 customers in a database before you've got to pay for it. So it is pretty damn impressive. So I would urge you, firstly, just to go to the page and fill in your email address, because that will lock you in for the free access. I don't know how long this is going to be available, but I'll put this link in the chat box as well. Let me just do that. Literally, it doesn't ask for card or anything. It's just pop your email address in. So actually do that now, because that'll be useful then as I'm going through some other bits. You'll be able to kind of follow where I'm going in the system. I want to show you some of the things it does and actually show you how I've made best part of £1,000 using it in the last 24 hours, and I haven't paid for the software yet. So just to really reinforce that the free version really does work. You really can make money, because often some of these software tools, they give you the free version and then you find out that some of the key functionality that you realistically need to make money, actually you've got to pay for. This genuinely, you can make money using the free version. I haven't paid a penny for it yet, and I'll show you in a second. In fact, I'll log into my account and I'll show you what we've done. So I just wanted to show you like a few of the features, but I said what it's doing is it's a funnel builder. It's actually a website builder as well. You can build landing pages and a complete website in it. You can do membership sites in it. You can do online courses. You can do emails. You can even do evergreen webinars, and you can even run your own affiliate system through there as well. So you can actually administer your own affiliates through the system. So you can actually have other people selling your stuff and working out, it works out all the commissions for them, etc. So really, really cool stuff. So go to that link now and just put your email address in. That's it. Then come back here and I will show you what it looks like on the inside. Okay, let me just put that link in there again for anyone that missed it the first time. Cool. So let's just have a look. I've got a few screenshots here. Obviously, I've got to be a bit sensitive of because we've got real data in there for some real customers. So some of the order bits I can't show you live, but I'm going to show you how we built a course in there, how we built a web page in there in a second. But let's firstly look at what the functionality does. So as I said, it's sales funnels, it's email marketing, it's a website builder, it's affiliate management, it's business automation, it's evergreen webinars, it's online courses, it's blogging, and it's selling. You can sell physical products or digital products. So basically, it replaces a whole stack of stuff. It replaces the need for a stack of systems like Clickfunnels, which we've currently got. We're paying a couple of $100 a month for that. Kajabi, we're paying a few $1,000s a year for Kajabi. Mailchimp, I think obviously we're not at the entry level for Mailchimp, so I think we're like $100 a month for that. Samcart, we use that as our kind of checkout shopping cart. That's about 100 a month for that one. Lead Pages, I think that's about 100 a month. We've got Kartra, which is a bit of an overlap with some of the other systems. It's an alternative to some of the others, so you don't need that as well. But realistically, this software tool replaces 5, 6, 7 other tools that you might use in your internet business. And the pricing is kind of crazy cheap. Look at this. So for the free version, which you've got the link on screen there, so you've got it in the chat, you get your first 1,000 contacts or customers, you get 3 sales funnels, you get a blog, you get your first membership site, you get unlimited storage space, you get unlimited membership site members. You can start using the automation and workflow stuff. You can have an email campaign, you can have a one-click upsell, you can have an order bump, you can do A/B split testing, you can do coupons, you can integrate it with your payment processors. So basically, if you look at that leftmost column, you can do everything you need to launch your first product and make money online. Okay, which I think is pretty amazing. I haven't seen any other software stack that really lets you have that much functionality genuinely for free. And then if you look at the pricing as it goes up, the next rung up, if you want to launch your second course or your third course or your second, third, fourth product, it's only $27 a month, even at that level. And that keeps you going for 10 sales funnels, for 5 different membership sites. And even the Rolls Royce with these like unlimited everything is only $97 a month. And that's the price you'd pay for one of those other tools. In fact, it's less than Clickfunnels is per month. It's less than Kajabi is a month. So pretty keen pricing, okay? So let's look at a few things that you can do. So you can build courses in there, okay, is the first thing. In fact, I'm going to show you some slides here, and then I'm going to just jump in and show you some practical stuff. So what we did to test this out, and literally we did this on Thursday for something we launched yesterday. If you're on our list, you would have seen this yesterday, because I kind of thought this was breaking news, and I wanted to share this with everybody because I just thought this is a great tool. So I like doing things really, really quickly. And that's how I got started. When I got started, literally, I'd read an idea in a newspaper in the morning, and I'd have a website launched by that evening, literally as quick as that. And this system lets you do that because, I had the idea on Thursday. Okay, let's put a course onto this platform and let's launch it on Friday so I can talk about it on Saturday. So that's exactly what we did. We had a course which we just recently created. So we had the content of the course already created. Obviously, we didn't record all the videos for this course from scratch. We had them already. But obviously, if you're creating your own course, you could create your own course. And this is definitely showing you how you could launch your course and start making money in 24 hours. But also, if you were selling a resale rights course, of course, you've got the course content already in that model as well. So it's a real simple course builder. I'm going to show you that in a second, but it's just a screenshot of the course building part where you can basically add different modules to the course and add videos for different modules of the course. So you can build the course within that area really simply. This is what the kind of course modules look like. So you can embed videos, and it's got a really good page builder. So you can do multi-column layouts and all the usual stuff you'd expect with any sort of WYSIWYG tool for developing content. So it's much like using like a word processor, if you like, but with extras for embedding videos and audios and that kind of stuff. So it's pretty cool. It also, when you start selling it, so I took a screenshot last night. We launched this course yesterday, and we'd signed up 25 students on this new course by then. We'd actually got more by this morning. I'll log in and show you some real stats in a second as well. So it shows you the progress, so you can see how your students are progressing. Obviously, I took this when they just bought the product, so only one of them had actually made any meaningful progress. So if you're on here today, Ian, well done. You're the leader because you'd already got through the first couple of modules of the course when I took this snag yesterday evening. It also has automation. Now, this is really cool because this is the sort of stuff that you don't get actually in many of those other higher ticket tools. And what the automation does is it lets you trigger actions to specific events. So basically an event could be if somebody signs up for a course, you could tag them. It's quite a common thing to do to segment your database. So if somebody takes a specific action, it could be they've downloaded your free ebook, it could be they've signed up for a course, it could be they've bought this product. It's a good habit to always tag them. And what that does is it just segments your database, and it just puts a little marker on them and says, okay, this is a sub list of all the people that bought this product. This is a sub list of all the people in your database that went to this webinar. This is a sub list of all the people that are interested in Facebook marketing, etc. So you can do things like applying tags, but you can also do automation as well. So you can fire off emails to people. So you could, do follow-up emails. And you can also do follow-up marketing. So you can say if somebody's bought product A, it'd be a really good idea to send them an email about product B or product C, because these are the logical sequence of products that would next apply to those people. So it's got all this automation stuff in there, which is really cool. It's got payment integration to the two major payment gateways, which are Stripe and PayPal. And it was really easy to connect to Stripe. Now, I already had a Stripe account to connect it to, but if you haven't got one, you just hit Stripe within Systeme, and it just takes you through the process of actually signing up for a new Stripe account. So it makes that really, really easy. So literally, it took me like 5 minutes to get a payment gateway set up with it. And you can build web pages. So I just knocked up a real quick page to sell this course. So we launched this social media made simple course on this platform yesterday. You probably got an email about it. I'll show you the page builder in a second. Now, yeah, I didn't really spend much time on this. It was my first attempt, but it kind of looks functional, right? It would definitely get you out of the blocks launching your first course. And if you've attended one of my courses, one of my big quotes, my big sort of maxims that I talk about is ready, fire, aim. And that is like, have an idea, get it out there, then tweak it and refine it and polish it and make it more beautiful once you know it works and once you know it's making money. But straight out of the blocks, just get something out there. And that's what I wanted to do with this yesterday. I just wanted to get something out there. And one thing I'll say about this product is, at no point yesterday when I was building this, did I look at a manual. It's that intuitive that just pressing things and doing what felt right, I managed to build a course, build a payment page, link the two things together, have a follow-up email, and get it all working without resorting to any sort of tutorial. So in terms of speed to action as well, that's really good as well, because some software tools, and I'm thinking particularly here of things like Clickfunnels, and also Infusionsoft, if you ever use that, it's not very intuitive. You don't know what button you're supposed to press. You do one thing and then you want to link something to something else and it doesn't work and you don't know what to do, and you log a support ticket and you wait a week and you get an answer several weeks later. Yeah, Confusionsoft, someone just said. So absolutely, that is very, very common, the problem that people have. Okay, so let's just move on a little bit more. Now, it also gives you a really nice dashboard. So you can see when I snagged this last night, we'd already got 31 sales. We'd made £482 from our little beta test. I'll log in a second and show you what it looks like now, but it has gone up. I can pleased to confirm. So I just wanted to show that real world. This is literally live stuff, new product, making money in a day. So hopefully you followed the link and you've gone and just popped your email address in there so you can follow this through. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pause sharing my screen for a second. I'm going to jump out into the tool and just show you live some of the features that I was just actually talking about. Okay, so let me just start now. I have to just do something a little bit creative here with my screen. Okay, bear with me. I'll be back to you in a second. I just want to just show you this without showing you everything, as I can't show any customer data. Let's go in here. Let's show you the course building bit first. Okay, so hopefully you've got my screen back again. So this is what the system looks like. You've got dashboard here that shows you the total sales figures. You can see all your contacts in here. You can see your funnels in here. Your courses, you build, unsurprisingly, under the products and sales menu under courses. And within here, you can build a course. So let's just have a look at this course here. And again, it's really intuitive. If you want to see what a module looks like, just to test it, you just press on the little preview page and it shows you what that module actually looks like in the real world. Kind of quite intuitive is what you'd expect to press. If you want to edit something, again, you just press on the edit lecture settings and that takes you into the edit settings there. Kind of cool. And if you want to edit the actual content, you come into this, and this is where the content is built. So you've got this really nice editor here, which lets you add videos. So this is a module in a course. So you can add a video to the course just by literally choose. Okay, I want to put a video. Where do you want to put it? Down there somewhere. Okay, fine. So it's added a video. And then what you do is you can then go into the video and you could link it to a YouTube video, or if you've got your video on a platform like Vimeo, you could put your embed code from Vimeo or any other platform, or you can actually just upload the video files straight into the Systeme platform. So it will host all your videos for you for free as well. Pretty cool. Okay, let's look at some other things. So what I like about this editor, now I didn't use any instructions or anything. I was literally just playing with it. But what I really liked is this sort of stuff. So if I wanted a bit more space between these two videos, for example, you've got this margin stuff here. So you can just, look at that, like just scroll it and it'll just give you a little bit of space between that and the previous thing. And it's just the layout of it is really nice. If you want to get rid of this, you just click on it and you got a little trash can thing there. You go, actually, no, I don't want to put that video there, change my mind. And it will just get rid of it for you, like so. Okay, so really, really simple to use editor. Really liked it. If you wanted to put a bit of like a bullet point checklist, just click on bullet point checklist and there's your bullet points there. You can just merrily add stuff on there, like so. Again, if you want a bigger font size, you've got these little sliders, look, and they're just changing it all in real time. It's really cool. You can change the spacing, you can change the colors. It's just really intuitive, and I know it kind of feels a bit strange, but what I liked about it was it just kind of works. You know, you just press stuff and it does exactly what you expect, which I know is what software is supposed to do, but in my experience, it often doesn't. So this is the course builder part. When you're done up here, you just press that arrow there and say all that saved will be lost. Yeah, that's fine. So I don't want to save it. There we go. So that's adding the course. Really, really simple. Didn't take long to add the different modules and just embed the videos for that course that we'd already got created. Now, once you've got the course, the next thing that you need to do is you need to make the checkout page where you're going to sell the course from. So that's under the funnels section. So again, there's kind of two parts to it. There's the order page where someone's going to buy it from, and there was a thank you page. So the order page is here. And what I did was I went into here, and this is what the page actually looks like. So you can see it's fairly simple. I just use the same editor, that you use for the course modules. So I just put an image at the top of a graphic I'd had done on Fiverr for the course. Introductory text, but things like the box here, for example, you can change colors if you want to, you know, if you wanted that with a brighter red or pink or something. You know, it's just really, really easy to do. A couple of photos there. So just a really easy editor, basically, to build the page in. Now it's got a lot of templates as well. So there are lots of different templates that you can choose from. There's like ready-made ones. So actually, let's just go back a step and let's make a new one just to show you what the things look like. So if I'm on funnels and I say I want to create a new funnel, like so, and so you can do different kinds of funnels. You could do like opt-in ones, sometimes called squeeze pages, landing pages. You can do a sales page that's actually going to sell a product and have an order form on it. Or you can do an evergreen webinar page as well. So you can make a page where you embed a video and then it has a buy now button that appears at the end so someone can buy from evergreen webinar. So let's just say we want to sell something. So I'm going to say create, and I'm going to give this a name, test 2, like so. There we go. So this is all the different templates. So you've got all these nice different templates that you can use. And if you want to just preview one of these templates, I think this is the one that I used for my page yesterday. So you've got a nice little order page there, like a really nice looking template, all done. You could basically just cut and paste and change the text and the images to be your images, but they've got loads of nice templates in here. So really, really easy to set up your sales page. And you can also do automation rules. You can do split testing, and you can do stats. In fact, we go back to the existing funnel. So let's just go back to the one that I've already made and used yesterday. So for example, look, you can see the live stats on this funnel that I made yesterday. So you can see I've actually sold £838 from a little test. As I keep saying, bear in mind, I haven't paid a penny for the software yet. So I've made almost £1,000 in 24 hours, and I haven't actually paid for the software that I used to do it, which I think is pretty damn cool. So we've had 287 people came as far as the webpage, and we've got 46 of those people have actually checked out. So 287 people viewed the page. It's a pretty good conversion rate, actually, 16% conversion rate. And you can see it gives you metrics down to earnings per page view and stuff as well. So let's just look at another couple of menus. So you've also got the affiliate program. So you can have you can run your own affiliate program, and you can invite other people to promote your course or your products and earn a commission. So that's all built in. And all the financial stuff goes in here, so you can see the invoices. You can do all the refunds on Stripe, all from within the platform as well, which is really cool. You can create newsletters. So it's got a newsletter feature within here, and it's got a newsletter templates. It's got a couple of different editors for making newsletters. So that's cool too. You can actually make a blog using this. I haven't done this yet, but there's a blog tool there, so you can actually create a blog, and you can put all this on your own domain name as well. So you can use custom domains with the tool as well. And all your customer data lands in here, so you can see your customers in the contact section. I won't click in that because that will start showing people's email addresses, which I don't want to share on a public webinar. But you get the idea. Hopefully this gives you a little flavor. But as I said, it's really intuitive, just playing around with it. I just found it really, really useful. So just wanted to kind of share that with you to give you a little insight into it. And I know many of you are kind of looking at launching your first course, or some of you might have actually bought some of that technology stack and not got around to using it. You know, often meet people that have signed up for Clickfunnels, and 6 months later they haven't actually launched their first product yet, and they're still paying money every month. So this, I think, is brilliant for those of you that are starting out, because this gives you everything you want, and literally it doesn't cost you a penny until you start making money, until you've outgrown the free plan, i.e., which is going to be you're doing your second course, or you've got over 1,000 contacts in your database, 1,000 customers. So I think that's pretty damn cool. And you know, I've tried it, I've used it. We launched a course on it yesterday. It's made 800 and something quid. It all works. Yeah, I just wanted to share that with you today, really. So if you've got any questions about that, then please give me a little shout out. I can say I see a few questions been coming in while I've been talking, so let me just go back a little bit and see. We've got John said, is there a catch? No, that's the point. That's why I wanted to test it, John. I wanted to see if I could really launch a product and collect some money. And I haven't, like I say, I keep pinching myself because I've never used a software tool that I've made money from that didn't actually cost me some money in the first place. But I really have made almost £1,000 in 24 hours. Well, less than 24 hours. We only launched this about 4 p.m. yesterday. So we've got another 4 hours to go. So it'll probably hit £1,000 in 24 hours without having spent a penny on the software, which is really, really cool. Juan, and the same question came from someone else, is how did you drive traffic? So I use my list. So obviously I've got a database. So I mailed my existing list and said, hey, we've got a new course. Go and look at it here. But bearing in mind you've got affiliate management with this as well, then even if you haven't got your own list, what you could do is build your course in the platform and then contact some JV partners. And as Ben was saying earlier, the standard for JVs is 50-50. So a JV partner with a list would expect 50% of the sales revenue, and you would get 50% of the revenue as the course owner or the product owner. So even if you haven't got an existing list, all you've got to do is just approach some list owners and say, hey, I've got this product. It's a course on blankety blank. If you'll promote it for me, I'll give you 50% commission. It's got affiliate management all tracked in. So you get your own login. You can see your stats in real time of what you've sold. Are you up for it? You get someone that says, yes, great. So you've got zero cost marketing. You're on 50% of the revenue, which of course the digital product is all profit. So that's 50%. But also bear in mind that all of us started with no list, and this has also got tools in it for building landing pages. So you could come up with a freebie giveaway, and then maybe do some social media posts on, promoting your freebie giveaway. Use the landing page to build a database, and then using the rules, you could then follow up and market your product to people. So rather than just, of course, you could just go straight for the sale. You could promote on Facebook or YouTube or anywhere, quite frankly. Hey, I've got this amazing course, check it out here, and send people straight to your sales page. Or you could just give away a free resource to people to get the opt-in, probably easier to get the name and email address. Then you're building a database. Then you can have a follow-up email that goes to those people to promote the course or product that you have for sale. Kedian says, where can we find list owners? It's called the internet, Kedian. So basically, whatever niche you're in, you want to find, who are the companies that operate in that niche. So for example, I've got a business in the music industry. So we wanted to find who are the database owners in the music industry. Well, to start off with, didn't have a clue, but you just got to think about it and think, okay, music industry, database. So what sort of products and services do people buy in the music industry? So one of the things we thought of, wasn't hard, was musical instruments. People interested in the music industry probably buy musical instruments. So then we just searched for drum kits, keyboards, pianos, guitars on Google to find out who are the companies that rank on the first page of Google for those keyword phrases. Because guess what? They are probably the companies that sell the most keyboards, guitars, pianos, drums, i.e. have got the biggest database of musicians that have bought musical equipment, i.e. they are the perfect person to call and see if they want to do a JV. We also talk about what professional bodies might people in the market for music courses be a member of. And we came out with the Musicians Union and BASCA, so we approached them and did JVs with them. So really the process is think about what products and services would your target audience buy, and then go and look and see who are the biggest fish in that market. And another really good tip is go and buy a magazine that relates to that niche. So if there's a magazine for sale in WH Smith's on your topic, whether that's embroidery or fishing or house restorations or whatever it is, if you go and buy the magazine in that niche and then look at the companies with the big adverts, the big half-page, full-page adverts, they are probably the biggest fish in that industry. They're probably the businesses with the biggest databases. So that's a great way to approach. There is another route you can use, which is using what's called a list broker. And if you just go to Google, type in list brokers UK or list brokers wherever you are in the world, you'll find there are companies that act as this intermediary and they broker between somebody with a product or service and somebody with a database and a list that is willing to do promotions. So hopefully that gives you some clues on that. I think that's the same question from Peter. Michael says, are landing pages hosted within the software? Yes, everything is hosted in the platform, Michael. So you don't need to buy hosting separately, which is another saving as well, isn't it? Because often you're, you need some hosting where you're registering your domain names, etc. So you don't need a hosting account. So there's another saving there. Mark says, would you replace Kajabi if you're an existing user, or would you suggest this is more for a startup? Great question, Mark. So I haven't even been using it, as I say, for a day. And for anyone that's very established, so we're very established with Kajabi. Although Kajabi is costing me thousands per year, you have what's called in the industry the pain of disconnect, okay? And the pain of disconnect is, what would it cost me to move all of my courses and all of my users and all of my customers from Kajabi to this platform. Now I've got 45 courses on Kajabi. We've got several thousand members in Kajabi. So probably for me, the pain of disconnect is too big, because the advantage is, even if I went to the Rolls-Royce package on here, which is $97 a month, so my total bill would be $1,000 a year, and the technology stack I'd be sacking off probably is costing me $5,000 to $10,000 a year. So I would probably be gaining, let's say, $9,000 a year by moving to this platform. But how many tens or hundreds of hours of manpower would it take to build my 45 courses in this platform and test it and migrate all the users and communicate to all the users? And still, how many users would still struggle to log into the new platform because it's a new URL or it's a new user ID and password, and how many of them will win a refund? And I think you can see it's not such an easy decision, because my gut feel is, given that we're quite a big business, turn over a few £1 million, that the pain of disconnect might be greater than the savings in my instance, because I'm very established. I've been using Kajabi for like 8-9 years. Now, if you've just started Kajabi and you've only got 1 or 2 courses on there and you've got tens or a couple of hundred users, I would think the answer probably is, actually, I'd probably jump ship and move to this, because it's a hell of a lot cheaper and does everything that you need all in one place. Okay. And if you're a startup, 100,000,000%, I'll be starting with this. Okay. So hopefully that gives you some sort of candor to the answer there, that if you're very established, 10 years with Kajabi, tens of courses, thousands of users, not sure I'd jump ship, but low-end Kajabi user absolutely would jump ship. Startup, 1,000,000% jump ship. So there we go. John says, do I know Aurelien, the founder? No, I don't. I gather he's a Frenchman who, I think the address seems to be in Northern Ireland, I think in Belfast. So I think he's a Frenchman in Ireland is behind this software. But no, haven't spoken to him, haven't met him, don't know him. But seems to be pretty good. Peter says, would you keep Clickfunnels and use this for new offerings? Yeah, so I think for me, Peter, my personal experience with this is I found this much more intuitive and easy to use than Groove, being hand on heart honest. And this seems to be much more robust and solid. I think the problem with Groove is that they're new, and I think they're almost trying to run before they walk. I think they came up with this massive list of things that Groove was going to do, and then they failed to hit the deadlines when they said they were going to do those things. So for me, I've lost a bit of confidence in it. Whereas this bit of software, I don't know how many years it's been running, but it feels like this has probably been chugging along in the background. They've got 8,000 customers on there now. So they've got, it's not like it's a startup. They've got 8,000 businesses running on it. Firstly, that tells me that's plenty to make the platform viable for them to continue to run it as a business, because 8,000 people paying, some of them are going to be on the free program, but no doubt a chunk of those are going to be on the 27, 47, 97 a month. So it's a business that's generating a nice amount of money per month. So it's a viable business for sure. And I think it's probably growing through bootstrapping to start with a bit of functionality and adding it over time, rather than Groove, which said we're going to build this amazing thing which is going to have like 500 features, and then they've before they've built feature 47, they've already started trying to build feature 48 and 49 and 50, and then couldn't quite get them to work with feature 47. And it just doesn't feel like it's panned out as we hoped. Let's just say that. Maybe it'll come good. And if you pay for the lifetime on Groove, and if you haven't used it yet, well, I think, it comes down to this. I mean, this is going to cost you anything to get in for a free account now. So I'd sign up for a free account on this. And then when you get to the point of launching your first course, try out both platforms, see which one you like. For the same reason that some people are an iPhone and some people are an Android, and each of them will swear that their platform is the best for different reasons. Sometimes it's about usability. I can certainly say that for me, this platform, I didn't look at the instructions. I've just clicked stuff and used the force, as I call it. And I've built a course, I've built a landing page, I've integrated with a payment processor, I've added an autoresponder, and it just worked. So it felt pretty damn easy. And I know for many people, when you're starting out and you're building your first stuff online, that's quite an important factor, is the usability, the ease of use. So that's pretty key. But if you've got Groove and you haven't used it, my first question is, why haven't you ever used Groove in all this time? What is it you're doing? What Ben was talking about earlier is really key, that sometimes to get where you're going to go, you've just got to start taking those steps in the right direction. So if you got Groove because you're going to launch a product or service, you're going to launch a course online, and you still haven't done it, 6 months, 9 months, 12 months later, then make a plan on what is it that you want to do, and then work backwards and work out what the incremental steps are to get there, and start working on that every week, a couple of hours a week, and you'll make stuff happen. If you don't, you'll be in a year's time debating and go, oh yeah, I don't know whether to use Systeme or Groove. The world moves on. So cool. Okay. Gerard says he loves this. Good. Let's just have a look here. Yes, we've answered the Groove one. We've answered the landing page. But any more questions, throw them in. I'll be happy to answer. Obviously, I'm no expert in this. I've only been using it for 48 hours, but I just wanted to share it with you because I just think it's great. And, we're all about, I started the Internet Business School to teach other people how to make a living off the internet, because that's what I figured out how to do, and thought what a great thing to be able to share. So that's what Ben's been doing this morning. That's why we started this Saturday school thing as well, just to kind of get the word out there and share more stuff. So hopefully you're finding this useful. I think we have answered all that. Oh, Eli says, is this your product? No, it's not my product. As Eli, this is some French guy, I believe, called Aurelien, who is in Ireland. It's his product. Cool. Is there anything you can think of that it doesn't do? Good question. Who was that from? Liz. You know what? Nothing I've found yet that I think, oh, that's a bit of a showstopper. Doesn't do that. Yeah, the payment process, I think there was only Stripe and PayPal on there, but that's all I use in my business anyway. So that's fine. But I guess if for any reason you failed to get an account with Stripe and PayPal, that might be a bit limiting. Although, to be honest, both of those processors pretty much take anybody, right? I mean, if you've ever had an eBay account, you probably had a PayPal account. If you're not already aware, PayPal and eBay have just parted company. So they were separated off a number of years ago, and they had a 5-year deal where they were going to still continue to work together. But now PayPal is not the payment partner for eBay anymore. So I think actually that'll probably make PayPal even more willing to accept anybody for a payment processing account, because they haven't got this big database of new users coming in from eBay all the time. So they've got to find their customers somewhere else. So that's probably not going to be a problem. But yeah, other than that, I think it's got, what else could it need? It's got the email stuff, it's got the funnel stuff, it's got the automation stuff, it's got the course delivery stuff. I have actually, one thing I haven't seen, if you're selling physical product, I know some of the physical product platforms I've used do inventory control. What that is just keeping count of stock levels. So you can say, right, I've got 100 widgets, and you put 100 in, and then as you sell each one, it updates a stock counter. I don't remember seeing that in the product part of it. So it may not have inventory control, but if you're not shipping physical products, that's not a massive deal. And it might have it. It might just be I didn't notice it because I don't really sell physical products, so I hadn't dived into that bit too much. But yeah, other than that, I think it's good. I think we'll certainly be using this for more things. I'm actually starting a new business later this year, and I'm thinking I'm going to build this new business on this platform rather than pay through the nose again for a new Kajabi license and a new Clickfunnels license and new whatever. This seems to offer all I need in one place. So going to go with this. Cool. Let me see if there's... Val says, how much is it? How much is the fee after the free period? It's free at that level. So if we just go back a couple of slides, which is this one, it is free until you've done more than one course or you've got more than 1,000 courses in the database. So it's not just free for the first month, Val, that's free. and you only pay when you need to go up. So when you've got the next level up gives you 5 courses, for example, rather than 1. So you could launch your first course, your first sales funnel, and your first 1,000 customers. So basically, if you blow any of these limits, then you're going to need to go to the next level up. Okay, but that's not only for 30 days. That's what you've got access to for free. So only once you've got over 1,000 customers, or you want to sell more than one membership course, that's going to be the point where you kind of blow the limits here, really, in which case you need to move up to the next level. Hopefully that answers that one. What have we got here? Eli says, what's the new business? Well, breaking news, I'll tell you now. One of the things I've been doing, some of you will know,
Rule
is
number 1, don't talk about Fight Club.
yeah, I can't tell you. No, it's
top
secret. It's top secret. I can't tell you. Sorry, Ben's told me. No, I'm going to keep it zipped. I was just asking a question, which is interesting. Can more than one person on the same household sign up to this? Yeah, it's basically a different email address. So if you've got a different email address, then you could, if you want to do one-on-one calls. It's a good point. I probably shouldn't suggest this. Apologies, Aurelian, if you're listening. If you live in a household and you want to launch your first course and use it for free, and then your husband, wife, sister, brother, niece, nephew, child, etc., wants to launch their course, they could sign up for their own account and they could launch a course in the entry level, free level too. I guess there's nothing to stop that, is there? It's not going to be tracking IP address and say only one person in a household can use this system. So yeah, you could do. Hopefully though, those courses can be successful. It won't be too long before you've blown the 1,000 customers limit, and then you're going to need to be until the next level anyway. But yeah, that answers that. Nadia says landing page. Yeah, it does landing pages as well, Nadia. So you can do the landing pages in there. When you go into, let me just launch back in and show you where that is. If you're having to play with this yourselves later. So on funnels, let me just share the screen again. Here we go. So yeah, you're on screen share. So in funnels, if I create a new one, you've basically got 4 types here, but the build an audience is basically get people's email address. Okay, so this is if I wanted to build a landing page, then you've got landing page templates here as well. So these are sort of called landing pages or squeeze pages. So this is what I was saying about if you haven't got a list yet, you've got all these templates in here to build a list, to build a landing page, to give away a free report, top 10 tips, free lesson, free cheat sheet, etc., to start building a list. So this is all built into it as well. So you can build your landing pages in the tool. Hopefully that answers that one. Let me just jump back to the slides here. Okay. Cool. Person says, can't believe this has arrived just at the right time. Thanks for showing. It's gold. Cool. Any PLR website you can recommend for business email writing? You know what? Somebody I know mentioned something, which is an AI system for writing marketing copy that they'd said they tried and was really good. Let me just look, see if I can find that reference. If anyone knows, let me know in the chat box. But basically, I think it was Daniel Priestley that mentioned it. Some of you might know Dan. He was talking about copy. Here you go. Here it comes. HTTP copy.ai is a tool for creating marketing copy that is actually apparently really damn good. So I haven't tried it myself, but have a look at that if you want some help writing copy, because that could be just what you need. You guys in the chat box here, it's any copy.ai. Cool. Yeah, Nadia says, right, just the right time, Kajabi is expensive. Yeah, tell me about it. It's crazy expensive, isn't it? And I'm kind of grandfathered in at a cheaper rate than their public rate, but to sign up for it now, it's a couple of $1,000 a year, and that's just doing a subset of what this is doing. So yeah, absolutely, it's very expensive. Oh, Jerry says, how does he get the course? Well, I didn't want to make it a sales pitch, but let me also just put you the link in. We should have mailed you yesterday, Jerry, but maybe we mailed you too much. So let me get you the link. And if you want to sign up. So actually what I did, I was wanting to get a bit of data on board for this demo today. I just did a sort of crazy, it's going to be a 197 course, but I just did buy the course now, £17. That was the offer that I did yesterday. So it's like a 90% discount just to get some sales in, just to sort of, beta test the tool really. And so I could show it today. So what I'm going to do is, if anybody, it expires at 4 o'clock. We just did it as a 24-hour special. So if anybody, let me just check this is the right one. Yeah, here we go. So I'll put this in the chat box too. If you want to get hold of our new Social Media Made Simple test course for just £17, then that is the link to go and sign up. And that's going to teach you all about how to use social for your business for just £17. What a bargain. But we did a 24-hour special from 4 p.m. yesterday. So make sure you do that quick, else it will have gone. Good question from Georgina. Does the system facilitate uploading of an existing email address? You know what, Georgina? I do not know the answer to that question. Let me just go to the menu options and see if there's anything. It's a contact section. Yes, I can confirm there is an import contacts button, and I can upload a CSV file. So yes, you can import an existing customer database into the platform. Let me just show you the screen where I'm on now. There we go. So this is the import contacts section where you can import a CSV file of contacts that you have. And obviously, fair warning here, it does say, only import people that have given you permission to sell. If you import, a spammy list or a bought list, then you get a high number of complaints, your account will be blocked, and quite rightly so. So, if you've got existing customers and you're just changing platform, that's fine, but don't be tempted to go onto eBay and buy some spammy list. You can see on there people do like 50 million email addresses for 10 quid on a CD or something stupid, but the chances are you're going to get a load of spam complaints, and it's not going to get you anywhere. So don't do that. But if you've got a genuine customer database, yes, as you can see on screen, there is a way to import customer data in there. What I like about the system was that it took me like 10 seconds to find where you did that, right? That's what I mean about it. It's just kind of quite intuitive. Amar said, I missed that email. What course is this? So the course, the Education Experts course I just posted in there, that is a new course. It's done by Claire Perry, one of our Internet Business School trainers. So if you click on the link, you'll see the details of what it covers, but it's a new course on social media and how you use social media to market yourself, your business, basically the sort of A to Z of, how you go about using social media, various different tools that you can use to make it easier, and different guidance from Claire. So it's a new course that Claire has created for Internet Business School, and that's the Education by Experts chat. And if you buy that course, you're going to experience Systeme from a customer's end as well. So you'll see, you're going to see what it looks like when a customer purchases the product. Janice says it doesn't have a price. Okay, let me just double check. It should be on there. Did you have your eyes shut, Janice, or were you really paying attention? Let me just check. Let me just check. You put the price in the email, but I thought it was on screen as well. Yes, it's there, Janice. Come on, pay attention. Let me look. There you go. Right below on the order form, Janice, it says get the full course now, just £17. So you should see it in orange right there. Hopefully you can see that okay now. I've pointed it out to you. Cool. Okay. Any last questions on this before we wrap up for today's Saturday school? Let me know. Let me just go back to the chat box, which has now disappeared because I've got too many windows open. Where have you gone, chat? Here we go. Yeah, price is there. Thank you. Lots of people saying the price was there. Raymond said, is it possible to import funnels from Clickfunnels? Raymond, I think probably the answer, and again, I'm speaking out of turn because I don't know, but I would guess probably not in proprietary export from Clickfunnels form, because Clickfunnels exports are designed to be moved from Clickfunnels to Clickfunnels. But obviously, logically, you could copy a funnel because you just got to say, okay, what does my funnel look like? It's page A, page B, and page C. Page A looks like this. So you could recreate page A using this tool. You can then put the logic on that says when to go to page B. And it's got all the things like order bumps is built into this, and upsells is built into this. So you could absolutely, yes, you could copy it, but you'd have to do it manually, if that makes sense. So you'd have to rebuild each page. But you know what I'd probably do? I'd probably get an outsourcer to do it, and I'd just find somebody on Fiverr to do it for like $20. But having only used the tool for a day, I feel confident if I sat there for an hour or two, I could do it manually myself. It's just that I know that someone in the Philippines would probably be quite happy earning $10 an hour to do that, and I could probably get it done for $20. So there we go.
I'll just chip in there, so and just say that this morning it just so happens that it's my Kajabi billing day, and it's like 300 and something pounds that has just gone out. So yeah, sort of in contrast.
Yes, absolutely. So you might want to think about migrating, Mr. V.
I've got too much of the pain. It's
Pain of
interesting what
disconnect,
you're
yeah.
saying, though. So the pain of I haven't heard it said like that. That's exactly it. It's kind of so many things set up over here, but yeah, when you say it like that, it's like oof.
Yeah, but it's a good exercise. It's a good exercise to do. I mean, that expression actually comes from when I used to have a proper job working for BT, and it was a commonly used industry term in terms of IT systems for big corporates, because BT was using one call center system, and if we looked at a different vendor, obviously the pain of disconnect was huge, because you're talking about moving a few million customer records from one system to another, and then the risk if it didn't all work, and the training of all the staff. So there, in those, you could have a software that was, would save you £1 million a year, but the pain of disconnect might be 10 million quid or something. So it could still really not work. And software companies know this. They know that when they hook you in, it's hard for you to leave, because you get so ingrained with the platform, and it is a big factor. And it's actually, just as an aside, but one of the things that I did years ago was Internet Business School, I think he's on its third or fourth technology stack, being on Kajabi now. It's been around since 2007. So when I first started it, we were using different software, and then that pain of moving at that time, it was only about a dozen courses, but that was a big pain. So what I decided to do was decouple the content from the platform. And what I mean by that is that the videos for all our courses are actually held in Vimeo. So they're in a separate video hosting platform. And that means if I change horses to a different platform away from Kajabi, I haven't got to physically move where the videos live. And that's the biggest time consuming thing, is that those videos take hours, when they're gigabytes and gigabytes of videos, to download from one system, upload to a different system. So I made the decision at that point, like that's about 10 years ago probably, that a smart thing to do is to decouple your video content from your delivery mechanism, your delivery platform. So if you do want to change horses, you haven't got the big time of uploading and downloading massive video files. All you've got to do is just rebuild the structure of the course in a new platform, and put the relevant embed links for the videos in the new structure, and effectively you've moved the course rather than migrating all the video files around. So that was just something that I did. As it happens, I still haven't moved from Kajabi, but at least I know I've got that flexibility point now, that should I want to change to this, it's a damn sight easier than it would have been. I've just got to move the structure of the courses and the users. I haven't got to physically move, 45 times 10 to 20 videos a course. So, hundreds and hundreds of videos, that would take forever. It'd be a nightmare job to manage.
Just to jump in there, I remember actually also because you moved Vidler to Vimeo, didn't you? And you had to make that jump, and it was the same kind of thing at that point. You had to move across, but like somebody else has said in the chat, it's the first time I've heard you use that actually, but it lands with me as well. It's such a relatable term, the pain of disconnect. Yeah, really useful. And just as an aside, actually, I've seen a load of people also at the moment who've been censored, like on social or whatever, and they've lost instantly like 10 years worth of YouTube videos. So just coming back in, also just a tip for people, because we said we'd share with you a couple of tips. If you've created videos, if you've got the ability to upload to a free platform, let's say YouTube or brand YouTube or BitChute, as well as somewhere like the Vimeo, which gives you the added privatization for the private members videos, it may be worth splitting the eggs a little bit if you're doing anything that could potentially get you knocked off a platform, because people have just lost their whole career worth of videos overnight and they can't access them. So yeah, a little tip there.
Yeah, fantastic. Cheers, Ben. Scary times, eh? Right. Yes, NBibby says, any recommendations for free or low-cost software for creating video and music videos? I would recommend Camtasia all day long, because if you haven't seen NBibby, I have been creating a selection. It's almost like I've planted the question, but I mean, I'm going to have to give you a link to my YouTube channel now, so you can go and admire my portfolio of music videos I've made this year.
Why don't we do a disservice to all of the video creators, including sort of us? But why don't we do a session one time, Sion? We could do like a 15 or 20-minute session, and we could dissect your YouTube video and the creation process, and actually give. You've got to go and and give the value and share how you get some of that incredible footage that you've actually been making your own music videos with.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure we could do that. I'm just going to get you the link, copy link address. Right, I'm hoping this is going to work.
While Simon's doing that, NBB, what I would suggest, I'll answer this, and then when Simon speaks, I'll get you a link. I would go for Camtasia for a number of reasons, but I'm about to get you a quick start guide, which is free to use in Camtasia. So within 30 minutes, even your child, we've had young people, we've had elderlies, when I say elderly, over 85 years old, down to like 8-year-olds, use this training. So I'll get you some free, it's from their actual website, but they've got a quick start guide, and you'll be rolling with it within half an hour, 2 hours on it, and your child will have their head around it. So I'll jump in and get that link for you now.
Perfect. Cheers, Ben. Yeah, I've got to say, I mean, I'm a really impatient, and I hate reading manuals about anything. I just want to use the force to find my way through anything. And with Camtasia, exactly that. I had to look up about 2 or 3 things, I think, in the online help. But other than that, I've just used it and created some pretty nice videos for different songs, and it's been really fun. I've done like library footage, I've done live footage, I've done Creative Commons footage. I've used lots of different strategies that we talk about in Internet Business School for getting footage, but I mean they're all completely amateur videos made by me. Couple of hours each. The fishing one took forever. I did a sea shanty just for fun, and of course there's so many different parts. I thought it'd be really cool to have like a film of like different me's. I've seen these videos before where I think it was that one from Glee or whatever, where they did a video with like 10 different people's heads singing different parts. So I thought, oh, it'd be really cool to do a video something like that. So I ended up filming me from like different angles in different clothes and hats on, not hats on, like singing all different parts of this blooming sea shanty. And then just editing it down and making the video took forever, but it was really fun. And I sort of interleaved it with a load of fisherman footage. It was actually really fun to create it. And it's a nice little, it'll live on YouTube forever now. And I think that was at about 100,000 views now. So 100,000 people have watched that too, which is always nice to share this stuff out there. So you have a look at that YouTube channel for a bit of inspiration, but all created with Camtasia and really simple. I know Camtasia costs, was it 150, 200 quid or something? Ben, I can't remember now, but definitely worth it. I actually got quoted.
And there's I think you can get a free 30-day trial with it.
Yeah, so you can start using it for free, as Ben says, for a month. I think I got quoted about $5,000 to make a music video, and I've ended up just making them all myself. So I've saved what I've probably done. I think it's 19 videos on the channel now. Probably, well, actually, yeah, I don't know how many. One or two of those are just static camera live, but most of them are actually created as a bit of your video production. So it's like 15 videos there at $5,000 a pot. It would have cost me 75 grand to get a professional to make them, and I've just done them using a bit of 200 quid software and a few hours of my time each time. So, yeah.
And just to share how it was in December, and we'd actually linked. Simon had actually got a professional videographer to create a video for one of his songs, and then what came back, it was okay, but it didn't connect with Simon and what Simon knew in his head and the style. And he was like, "Do you know what? Let me just do it because I know in my head what I want, and now I know where to find the content, which we'll do a session on this at some point in the future." And then he just sent me a link, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. Who's done that? I did. I just thought, rather than trying to explain what's up here to somebody else, now that I just know some basic editing, where to find nice content, how to put it together nicely, a little bit of effect, and as you say, $5,000 a pop.
Yeah, and that's actually had another. I don't think I shared it with you, but I had another comment for another one that someone I know who's a friend who works in the video industry, like making these videos. They saw one of them and they sent messages, "Oh wow, I love the video. Who produced it?" And I said, "Me." And they're like, "Wow. And where did you get the footage from?" I was like, "I just found it online. It's like Creative Commons. It's all free." They're like, "Wow." So yeah, you can do great stuff. So check it out, Camtasia. And
can I just share my screen just for 1 second, Simon?
Yeah,
I've found the tutorials. Yeah. So I'm just going to jump over. Just let me know when this comes across, please. Can you see that?
Yeah, we got that.
Camtasia tutorial.
Yeah, we're on it. Oh, you've frozen a bit now, Ben. You're overloading your computer.
Okay, if you look in the chat, so I've just put this link in, but on this link, this is created by Camtasia. So they know that most people just want to jump straight in. They don't want to spend days trying to learn something. So they've got, look, learn the basics. A 4-minute 30 video on recording, editing and sharing. Video editing basics, 3 minutes 52. Adding text and annotations, what we call annotations. Exporting and sharing, and editing your audio. So those are the fundamental basics that anybody just needs to know to create a video. But then they realize that, do you know what, some people want to delve in deeper, know the basics but more. So if you then just come in underneath and all tutorials, and they've broke it down into editing, tools and effects, animations, reaching your audience, working with external media, Camtasia for Teams, and all of these are short videos. They're not like 20, 25. They realize people want punchy 3, 4, 5-minute videos. But that link, which I've put a bit.ly into the chat, will take you to this page. Not many people know about this page, but it's gold. So just wanted to share that.
Yeah, I'm going to check that out too. I didn't even know that was there. I've never searched that hard, but it looks like there's some good tips in there. I might make even better videos with that. Hey.
I'll take that un.bit.ly link and put that in the chat as well. But I did put it in as a bit.ly link so that it's easier for people to remember.
Perfect. Right. Well, I think we're about all done. Oh, one more question. What did I just see? Gary, says, will the system provide platform for subscription business model? Yeah, absolutely. You can do recurring payments. You can do subscription plans. You can also do drip feed of courses as well. So you can do where somebody buys a course and they only get each month's drip fed each week or each month as they go. So yeah, it does all that for you. Raymond says he likes my studio setup. Yeah, me too. I'm loving it here. It's great. And most of those songs that on those videos, if you're interested in music, are all recorded at home. It's the other crazy thing, the same way that video has moved on, so is recording studios. You don't go to a recording studio anymore. All my music is recorded using a Mac and a microphone. That's it. It's and obviously software plugins and things for the Mac. But in the old days, you'd see these racks of knobs and buttons and mixing desks and outboard stuff. You don't need any of that anymore. Literally just using in fact, this will make you laugh, Ben. I just got the Shazam app where you can play a song and it'll tell you who the artist is. Yeah. So you're familiar with Shazam. So I just got an email today from Apple, my weekly Shazam stats, and 22 people have Shazammed Shazammed my latest song, but I don't actually think they Shazammed my latest song. My latest song is a cover of Coldplay's latest song called Higher Power. And what they've done, because I haven't actually pushed out the song yet, so they've Shazammed the real Coldplay doing Higher Power, and Shazam thinks my cover version of it is so damn close, it's suggested to them that they're listening to my version, and they've led them over to listen to my one instead. So it's like, great, there's a little backdoor tactic here, I think, to make cover versions.
So know what I'm talking there, it's rinse and repeat. So do loads of popular songs.
You just got to do them really, really close to the original. That's so close that Shazam's got confused and it actually thinks the real Coldplay are actually Simon. I think it's hilarious. So,
ninja tactic.
That's it. It's one way to get people to listen to your music. Cool. Right. I think we're all done.
So thank you everyone for showing up. Amazing feedback. I've just scrolled. It took me ages to go. While Simon was talking, I was listening and watching and learning myself and scrolling through the chat, and so much engagement. So really hope that you've got great value from today. Like, that was really insightful what Simon's just shared about that platform. Hopefully you got great value from what I shared. That offer stands literally as a gift, one off £47, not monthly, no recurring, literally, because you're still here and you show up on a Saturday morning with Simon. And the link is in the chats, and I'd be privileged to share with you. But from myself, I'll just say thank you for being here today and good luck with your ventures. And I look forward to doing a session next month.
Brilliant. Thank you, Ben. And thank you, everyone, for showing up. Glad you enjoyed today. And I'm going to go and put my feet up. I've had my second COVID jab today, so I'll be waiting for the after effects to kick in this evening, or probably feeling rough as. But right now, feeling good. Sun is shining. So enjoy the rest of your day. Cheers, Ben. And we'll catch you all very soon. Cheers and good night.